Hello and welcome back to the Netherlands with Ticket to Ride. We start this instalment in the thriving city of Utrecht, where we visit the old town and the station, before moving on to the western approaches. Then we travel to the ancient cheese-making city of Gouda. Travelling south, we view the main line to Breda and Belgium, where it runs in company with the HSL Sud, high-speed passenger railway at Lange-Werde, and view trains as they cross the Hollandsch Diep on a pair of spectacular bridges. We look around Dordrecht and Zwijndrecht. Before our aerial exploration of Kijfhoek, the country's only fully automated marshalling yard. The station interior is airy and simple. Sight lines have become the mantra of public transport architectural design, and rightly so, especially here where tourist and long-distance passengers, strangers to the facility, mix cheap by jowl with seasoned commuters. Both groups have different needs, but sight lines are of value to all. Passenger information systems are of the distributed display type, with additional information given at the entrance to each platform. Lift, stairs and escalators are provided. Additional screens give information on bus and tram connections, all very integrated. In theory, you are never more than 25 paces from an information screen. The German rail logistics giant, within the contract terms, had the flexibility to subcontract to other operators, but quality standards were their responsibility. They were also responsible for sourcing and organising backloads to Scandinavia. Green Cargo and Hector Rail continued their operations, but Captrain lost out, losing their share of the business to DB Cargo's Dutch and French subsidiaries. Within Sweden, DB Cargo's principal partner these days seems to be Hector Rail. This train is a Hector Rail hauled service, a backworking into Sweden passing through Hässleholm. It's a shame DB Cargo seems to have largely given up on rail freight in Utrecht. One gets the impression that the scan fibre paper flow is only carried because the client, who has excellent environmental credentials and huge volumes to move, insisted. The route also has to support the freight trains on Amsterdam, Emmerich and Venlo duties, and of course the 7 international trains that ply each way. Did we mention that one pair of the 7 is extended to Basel? The non-ICE option between Amsterdam and Cologne takes just over an hour longer than the 2 hours 35 minutes needed by the ICE. The slower option is cheaper, but requires 2 changes of train at Arnhem and Düsseldorf. Just to the west of the 4-track vertical lifting bridge is the junction at Moordrecht, 2 lines to Rotterdam, 2 lines to Den Haag. The 2 routes are grade separated, so no sorting of trains is required at Gouda station. The lifting times of the bridge are, just as they are at the bridge in Dordrecht, determined by the Ministry of Transport. The building of the High-Speed Line South made the construction of a third Moerdijk Bridge essential. Construction on the nicknamed catback design started in 2000. The old and new bridges are about 20 metres apart. Both have 10 arches. The new bridge uses the extended footings of the old, which reduces the restriction on shipping. The bridge is a composite structure of steel and concrete. This construction gives strength and the flexibility to withstand vibrations caused by the high-speed trains. This is a shot of the yard taken from the east side, with a DB cargo intermodal passing one of the viaducts that allows traffic to cross the yard without conflicting with it. The train is heading for the arrival sidings. The train running in the opposite direction has bypassed the sorting sidings and is heading for the main line, most likely the classic line via Dordrecht. This shot is also at the south end, the Dordrecht end, but from the other side. The passenger lines now those further away from us. An intermodal has just arrived from the Betuwe route and is heading for the arrival sidings. Generally speaking, intermodals do not stop at the yard other than to change crew and or traction. Their next port of call will be Walhaven, Europoort or Maasvlakte. In our next film, we will complete our visit to Kijfhoek by looking at the Breda and end, where most of the wagon load activity takes place. Then look at the new Rotterdam Central Station, and spend some time along the port line with the help of a Rotterdam attraction you really should not miss: Rotterdam Mini World. Until then, it's bye for now.